So I suppose the other thing is to show you or give you an idea what this thing is like when you're driving it. I'm just driving off the field here back from where we've just done the video beforehand, but probably be best to give you an idea what it's like driving along. It's an uber cool car that everybody looks at. One good thing, this car's got so much visibility. You've got so much visibility in this car because it is huge. You can see all the way around you, every which way and direction, and it's just mint. So obviously I'm doing 22 miles an hour there. Alright, you'll hear it in a second. Yeah. It's quite cool. Really is cool. So fast it flips the phone over. But no, it's just cruise. It's just so much fun. And it's effortless. It's really, really effortless. I'll be honest, it's not a project I thought I would take on, but you know what it's like when a friend asks a favour. Yeah, it ended up doing it properly or not doing it at all, so we rebuilt the entire car. Electrical wise, absolutely everything's been rebuilt. And yeah, it's just a great, comfy cruise along, chill out, wave at everybody as they go by. And yeah, it's hilarious. The looks you get when you're driving this thing is just mental. It's really good fun. Cars flashing and rubbernecking. Everybody turns around like, oh, what's that? Really funny. But it's really cool as well. And it's easy to drive. It's so easy. There's no. I'd have no issues jumping in this and driving down the country in it. None whatsoever. It just goes forever. It's a BMW engine, so it just runs. It just does exactly what it wants to do, what it's supposed to do. Then yeah, it's just an easy car to drive. Plus it freaks people out. It's really funny when you pull up the lights and you drop the car. It's really funny because like, wait, what's it doing? Or if you're lowered and you drop it, but you just bounce the car back up high. It's really funny. Some of the looks you get, it's just great fun. But anyway, I'll flip this camera around because I don't know where it's going to be. Yeah, kind of get the idea. Scares the life out of people when you boot it as well, to be honest. Like, it's quite funny. It will launch quite well from a traffic light drag, so it does embarrass a lot of cars, and the people just don't expect this big car to move as well as what it does. What I'll do is I'll just pause this because we're going to get past buses and vans and everything else like that, but I'll put the video back on when we get further up along the road, I think, because it'll be where all the people are, and you'll get to see all the looks and everything else that you get. Ah, no. So we're coming up into Sunderland now, in essence. Yeah, I know it looks like a bus, but I'm not stopping for you. Just sticking our arm out. It just gives you an idea what it's like to drive this thing. This is just the phone sitting on the dash in front of me. it's a big car, you get used to driving it quite quickly, to be fair. It's quite easy because you've got so much vision all around you. You can see every corner of the car quite easily because there's no real massive A-posts like there is in modern day cars and stuff like that. So yeah, it's not hard to drive. Parking, I've got to learn to relax a bit gentler. Relax, accelerate. Parking can be a pain, simply because it's just so bloody big. But you know, it's just usual. Take up 2 spaces in Asda, but it's just one in front of the other, not side by side. It's not really that bad. But it's just such a cool car to cruise in. I nearly fell off his bike there. You just see everybody turning their heads. Rubberneck car is what I should call it, really. Everybody spins round and looks at it. Amazing how many different people look at it as well. Young, old, men, women, they all stop and smile and wave and give you the old head nod and stuff like that. It's quite cool. As long as you don't mind being stared at, I suppose. I should have done the video along here, it's sunnier and nicer. Actually, I must say, for a car this big, it turns really, really well, by the way. The steering is really sharp. You know, when you see the American movies where the steering wheel wobbles all over the place and everything else. No, this turns really well, actually, it's good. Go down a bit, shall we? Yeah. Whoop. So cool. Now people behind are thinking what the hell's going on because they've just seen the car drop. You know, the old steering wheel pier where they're kind of like they're peeking over the steering wheel. Downside of running it low is that the cross member will hit off the ground sometimes. So, which is what that little dunk 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 was there. It's nothing bad, it's a big flat wide cross member. I mean, Huxley designed it really well so it would lay down on its cross member. But UK roads are UK roads, so sometimes you will get that. Nothing, a little flick of the switch won't change its height and its orientation, and then job's a good one. The compressor, by the way, is on an automatic system, so it's got a pressure valve on the compressor tank itself. When it's used up its air, it'll just automatically switch on the compressor and fill the tank back up with air. So, you know, it's pretty much self-sustaining. Sometimes you've got to wait for it. If you've aired it out all the way down, then sometimes you've got to wait for the tank to fill up again. But not really. You get used to it quite quickly, to be fair. And the great thing is, if you have got a road that's got speed humps on it, well, you just lift it up. I don't know if you can hear, but that's a compressor just kicked in the background there, because I've been moving it up and down a bit. Doesn't run for very long, and it's not that loud, to be honest. It's just a little brrrr in the background, but you get it. It's quite easy. Should use the whole was it Silent Night that did the whole sleeping on a bed of air kind of thing? Yeah, it floats along quite nicely. It's quite smooth and sort of calming in a way. It's weird. It's hard to describe, if I'm completely honest. And I suppose anybody looking at this gets a general idea of the lovely seafront at South Shields to Sunderland. So, yeah, very touristy kind of thing, but it's quite cool. And that's a compressor switched up again. So, like I say, it's not running forever or nothing like that. It's just, it's there in the background. Somebody else nearly crashed his van there nearly from looking around. I keep on looking in the rear view mirror out the back window, and I swear to Christ, every time that the back window isn't there, that works wash detailing, unbelievable. I keep on thinking that the window wasn't there because it's so clear of the work that he did. It freaks us out a bit. Ah! Yep, put that in the wrong place, didn't I? I mean, look at the reflections in that. Look at the reflection in the bonnet. It's unbelievable. And as I've said before in other videos, guys, this bonnet, it hasn't actually been machine polished. This is just off his work, his whatever super stuff that he uses. But he says if somebody spent the time machine polishing it as well, this car would be like glass. And looking at the reflections already, oh shit, I do believe it. I really do believe it. There's 1, 2 cars looking, 3 cars looking. Yeah, you can't own this car and not be a person that doesn't mind getting noticed, like, I will say that. Sorry guys, I'm just laughing at people gawking, it's hilarious. Right, and there's the signs of Sunderland. So that's our lovely, wonderful Sunderland seafront. This is a nice little drive in the Galaxie, just so you get a general idea of what driving this wonderful car's like. And to be honest, it's not, it doesn't seem that big. I know it is, but once you're driving and everything else, well, yeah, it's the same as a works van in essence, really. Just way cooler. And a lot more smiles and nods. Anyway, I'm going to sign off here because I don't want anybody to know exactly where I live, because that's a bit intrusive of my privacy. But this is good old town of Sunderland, and I'm going to sign off. Like I say, like, subscribe and all that sort of palaver, because we are going to be starting on the Skyline, and that's going to be fucking mental, ridiculous, and a whole load of other shenanigans. See you later, peoples. Bye bye.